Hey guys, this is Jessin from EduLogics, where we teach you logic behind things. Welcome back to my channel where I try to give you well-researched tips and tricks and content that can help you in starting your nursing career abroad. Our today's video is going to be an NCLEX focus video in which I'll give you a quick overview about the NCLEX examination and also tell you the must-know things that you should be aware of before starting your NCLEX journey. The NCLEX or Nursing Council Licensure Examination is a regulatory examination conducted in Australia, USA and Canada to assess whether you are a safe nurse to practice in these countries. This exam is regulated by NCSBN, which is National Council of State Board of Nursing, and is implemented by Pearson VUE as the testing center. This exam basically tests your critical thinking and clinical decision-making skills and is definitely different from the examinations that you must have faced in the nursing school. Since this exam is implemented in Australia, USA and Canada, hence if you pass this examination, you can easily transfer your scores between the nursing regulatory boards in these three countries. And hence, the examination is valid for 10 years. Most of the students struggle to understand what comes in the NCLEX examination. So the NCLEX examination has 4 major client need categories that all the participants or exam takers must know. These are safe and effective care environment, health promotion and maintenance, psychosocial integrity and physiological integrity. I'll make a video about all these client needs soon. Now the question comes, how can you appear or apply for the NCLEX examination? It completely depends upon which country is your target, and you have to apply to the nursing regulatory board of that particular country to attain the eligibility to test or authorization to test to book your NCLEX examination. The fees of the NCLEX exam is $350 USD, which basically includes $200 USD as the registration fees and $150 USD plus taxes as international scheduling fees. So the next question is, how many questions are there in this exam? So the minimum number of questions that students will attempt is 75 and it can range up to 265 in normal conditions. NCSBN has done some adaptations during the COVID time and hence reduced the maximum number of questions to 145. But please make sure to go and check the NCSBN website for the latest information whenever you're going to apply for the examination. You have 6 hours to complete this examination, but as I mentioned before, the number of questions have been reduced because of the COVID adaptations done by NCSBN, and hence the time for the duration of the examination is also reduced to 5 hours now. You must have heard from your friends or other people that in NCLEX exam, after you have hit the minimum number of questions, that is 75, your exam can stop anytime between 75 to 265 or 75 to 145 under COVID adaptations. This is true as once you have done the minimum number of questions, your exam can stop when the computer is confident that you are above the passing standard, or it can also stop if the computer is confident that you are below the passing standard. Also, in instances where you have completely exhausted the hours, that is 6 hours, then also the computer can stop. And also, if you have reached the maximum number of questions, then also the computer can stop. The NCLEX exam uses a technology called CAT, Computer Adaptive Technology, in which the computer administers question based on the test taker's response, which essentially means if you are answering the questions wrong, the computer reduces the difficulty index of the upcoming questions, and if you're answering the questions correctly, the computer increases the difficulty index of the upcoming questions. This pattern continues throughout the examination till the time computer is able to identify your level of competence. To pass this examination, you must be above the passing standard in all the 4 major client categories and their subcategories. This basically means that even if you are below the passing standard, even in one subcategory or category, you will be deemed as failed. Unfortunately, if you fail the examination, you will receive a candidate performance report or a CPR, which basically tells you which all domains or client need categories you were above, near, or below the passing standard. You can use this CPR report and understand your lacunas and limitations and try to focus on them and then appear in the examination again. You can take this examination 8 times in a year with a gap of 45 days. However, remember, every time you appear for this examination, you'll have to pay the full fee. You can get different format of questions such as multiple choice questions, multiple response questions, graphic questions, exhibits, drag and drop or ordered response questions, and also fill in the blanks. So that's our wrap up for the quick overview about NCLEX examination. And in the upcoming videos, I'll be telling you more details about the NCSBN test plan and how you can structure your studies. If you haven't checked out my website and Facebook page, please make sure to go and check it out. I'll leave the link in the description box below. Until next time, stay safe and stay happy.